Yo, what's up everyone, Akaraien coming to you with a new video. Today, I present you my last and final Ultimate Little Mac guide. This video took about 7 to 8 months to make, and a ton of blood, sweat, and tears were put into making this video. So, the only thing I ask you to do is please watch this video in full and take everything in that I'm saying. It contains knowledge way beyond the surface of what Little Mac is capable of, as well as also description on every single move, advanced text, all of it. Everything is in this guide right here. I also made a more digestible version as a playlist called the Little Mac Move Guide series, so if you're looking for a specific move you want help on, you can do that right there. But anyways, thank you so much for listening, enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get right into how to master Little Mac. Little Mac's down tilt has consistently been one of the best moves in this kit. It's pretty safe when spaced well, has the ability to combo on most percentages, can be used to frame trap and catch 2-frame landings easily on ledge, and can even land into really early kills with combos like down to side B and down to KO punch. For these and many more reasons, this move has to be heavily respected. In this video I'll be covering how to exactly use this move and all the ways I have found it to be useful in. Now, let's get right into the video. This move, among many other moves in Mac's arsenal, can be used to effectively approach at 0 or low percentages. At 0%, you can combo air dodge heavy opponents into getting hit by down tilt to down angle F smash. If they miss a tech afterwards, you can either get another down tilt to side B right away, or jab lock them with fast fall downer into down tilt to side B. If you do have KO punch, this could also be an extremely early kill situation. Using the Dempsey tilt allows you to combo opponents at 0% with down tilt to jab. This is also another very safe way of getting damage off of his down tilt. Starting at 10%, you can start to combo down tilt to F tilt. This is pretty much your usual bread and butter combo up until 40%. At around 35%, you can start to combo down tilt with side B, dash attack, and KO punch, which you can pretty much use all the time until the very high percentages. At 70% or higher, you can already start killing with down tilt to side B and ledge. Bear in mind that at around 100%, you will have to do a down tilt into instant short hop for the side B to still connect. You can also finish off your opponent mid stage with down tilt to up B at high percent if your opponent DIs in. Or you can use the Dempsey tilt to guarantee the up B kill. Among being able to true combo with Little Mac's down tilt combos, you can also lead your opponent into a ton of frame traps. Here are some examples. Now that we've talked about this basic combo game and frame traps, let's go over Little Mac's incredible jab lock setups and platforms. These setups work on any legal platform in the game, there's varying percents per platform doing knockback. Here are all the setups I came up with regarding Mac's down tilt. If you can figure out more optimal ways to punish a down tilt platform jab lock, let me know in the comments down below. Down tilt is a very powerful option to pressure your opponent's shield. If your opponent holds shield after a down tilt, you can even guarantee a shield break with down angle F smash as a follow up and start killing with neutral beat around 30% on ledge. Down tilt on shield is a conditioning tool to figure out your opponent's habits and punish accordingly. It can lead into several things as in grabs, chasing them with tilts, and many more. The possibilities are endless. Little Mac's up tilt has consistently been one of the best tools in his arsenal. It's really safe when spaced well, has the ability to combo most percentages, is an extremely good anti-air that can be used to catch opponents trying to land, and can even lead into kills with things like up tilt to up B. This works especially well on platforms. Or up tilt to KO punch. For these and many more reasons, this move has to be heavily respected. In today's video, I'll be covering how to exactly use this move and all the ways I have found it to be useful in. Now, let's get right into the video. Up tilt allows Mac to have a variety of different combos and setups given the right percentages. The back hit of up tilt in particular allows you a bigger hit stun window and also makes certain combos possible that usually wouldn't be with the front hitbox of up tilt. At 0%, max up tilt is a negative on hit by 3 frames, meaning that anyone with a frame free option or faster can make it out of max up tilt at super early percents. If you know your opponent is going to mash, this can be an advantage though. What you can do is instant shield into up smash out of shield, or up the other shield to punish the aerial. But for now, let's go over all the combos I came up with regarding Little Mac's up tilt. Bear in mind that some of these combos work on different percentages for each character, because all of them are different in weight and fall speed. Just keep this in mind while watching this. Little Mac's up tilt, alongside already being a great combo tool, is also very effective as an anti-air tool when somebody tries to land. Figuring out when your opponent is landing is crucial, or even what they're doing after an up tilt is crucial because it will allow you to rack up a ton of percentages with the correct reads, or even leading into kills. It's also a great way to just push your advantage further instead of relying on using smash attacks. Little Mac's jab block setups are one of the best ways to maximize his damage output. With using things like up tilt, you can easily force your opponent into either a texture situation where you can catch them with either side B, or up smash, or even KO punch. But for the jab block setups in specific, I already made a video on all of the Little Mac jab block setups, so if you have not seen that, I highly suggest you check it out. Here are all of the up tilt setups from that video in particular. Up tilt is a very powerful option when pressuring your opponent's shield, especially the backside of up tilt because it's safe on shield and can allow for combos if they try to jump out of it or let go of shield. Up tilt is a conditioning tool to figure out your opponent's shield habits and then punish accordingly. It can lead to several things in grabs, chase them with tilts, and many more. The possibilities are endless. Little Mac's F-Tail has consistently been one of the best tools in his arsenal. It has insane threat range due to it being so fast, can be a great get off me tool in most situations, has insane knockback and kills really early, and can be used to catch people's jumps and ledge trap. For these and many more reasons, this move has to be heavily respected. In today's video, I'll be covering how to exactly use this move and all the ways I have found it to be useful in. Now, let's get right into it. Little Mac's F-Tail has an insane threat range and you can pressure your opponent with it immensely. It is so big that it is even unreactable when you half across the stage. This can be amplified even further with pivot cancelling it. Pivot cancelling allows Little Mac to get an insane momentum boost in his tilts, but especially on his F-Tilt he reaches insane lengths, making F-Tilt a fearsome move in neutral, which gets Little Mac to crash through it and instantly gain advantage state. Now that you know how to use it in neutral, let's talk about how to abuse it in advantage state. F-Tilt is a combo finisher or extender for Mac, meaning that you can combo down tilt to F-Tilt at lower percents on stage, and you can even force a kill at high percents enough with a down tilt to F-Tilt 2 frame. Not only that, but F-Tilt is insanely useful when ledge trapping. It can catch people while they jump get up, meaning that you can gun for it if your opponent is jump heavy and get early kills off of it. You can also use it to cover neutral get up pretty well due to it being reactable, plus being very easy to hit due to it being a multi-hit. Catching rolls is also extremely easy due to being able to turn around the F-Tilt immediately while running. Unlike down tilt and up tilt, Little Mac's F-Tilt jab blocks are very limited due to how the angle of the move sends your opponent. I already did make a video on all of Little Mac's jab block setups, so go ahead and check this video out. Links in the video description. Here are all the F-Tilt setups from that video in particular. F-tilt is actually surprisingly powerful too when pressuring your opponent's shield. A lot of people do not expect the mult to hit and try to either jump out of it or press an out of shield panic option. This can lead to a lot of situations where you can just pressure someone off stage, as well as also still be somewhat safe while using it if it is spaced right. It also has the ability to cross up, making it an insanely useful tool when used right. Lil Mac's jab is his fastest option and also the fastest move in the entire game, with it being frame 1. His jab also has two different versions, being for one rapid jab and the other jab being jab 1, 2, 3. Both have their unique uses, and in today's video we'll go over just that. First, let's talk about his rapid jab. Mac's rapid jab has a lot of useful applications, but the most dominant one is that it's a really good get off me tool that almost always sends people off stage due to launch angle and knockback. Another great usage is when your opponent neutral get ups or escapes towards ledge, allowing you to rack up a ton of damage from his rapid jab. There's also a rather uncommon one, which is rapid jab being able to kill at really high percentages, but to be honest, you should be killing with Mac way before those percents, so just keep that in mind as an option though. Now let's go over jab 1, 2, 3. Jab 1, 2, 3 seems useful at first glance due to doing less damage than rapid jab and also not sending your opponent far away from you. But that is false. Jab 1, 2, 3 in fact has usage for several things, most prominent though, it being used as a tool to create easy 50-50 scenarios in advantage state. You can set up jab 1, 2, 3 right after down throw at early percents and force your opponent in a 50-50 situation where attack and jump get covered, their only option being to air dodge, which can be reacted to. Not only that, but you can just throw a jab 1, 2, 3 neutral and set up some advantageous positions for you. So in short, use jab 1, 2, 3 to further your advantage state on stage, and if used right, this could lead to some insane damage. Lil Mac's F smash is the best smash attack in his arsenal. It has three different versions, which are regular F smash, up angle F smash, and down angle F smash. All three of those have unique uses and can lead into insane damage, as well as also crazy early kills, have super armor, and can even end up being safe on shield or causing shield breaks depending on how you use it. For these and many more reasons, this move has to be insanely respected. In today's video, we'll go over all the applications of F smash, as well as also talk about some general info on the move. First, let's talk about the most important smash, which is down angle F smash. It is your best tool when trying to shield break someone or when trying to apply massive damage. It is insanely powerful and can lead into either a super early kill with KO punch, neutral B shield break, or a tech chest setup that can sometimes guarantee you 60+% on a single read. It also has a lot of jab lock potential due to the angle it sends your opponent, allowing you to get even more damage. Second, let's talk about up angle F smash. This is a smash attack I see literally everybody using wrong or not even using at all. Up angle F smash is your combo smash, allowing you to combo to side beat around 20%, and even allowing you to true combo to KO punch if you do a super armor hit, reducing the end lag on the move. Not only that, but up angle F smash is a better anti-air tool than, for example, let's say Mac's up smash, due to its swift angle and movement. You can also try to go for tech chest setups with it, to set up more tech chests on platforms, which can also lead to some nasty damage. And the last one, which is regular F smash. This is the one most people actually get right and just simply use to kill, which is good, but even regular F smash has some other unique uses. You can use regular F smash to cover and react to neutral get up, attack get up, and roll get up, which makes this move insanely strong if timed right, being able to gain you damage as well as also send your opponent right back off stage. Overall, regular F smash just gets the job done and is a really fast tool overall. Lil Mac's up smash is by far his best out of shield option. It is fast, has super armor, and not only that, but it's also a great anti-air tool as well as also a platform chasing tool. In today's video, we'll go over all of up smash applications as well as also the things I came up with regarding the move. As mentioned before, Lil Mac's up smash is his best option to punish and catch opponents. But why is that? Well, to answer that, let's look at a character who is a somewhat similar outer shield option with a lot of range, being Cloud's up B outer shield. Cloud's up B outer shield has more range and comes out faster outer shield, but the concept is the same. The initial frame rate of how minus a move is on shield doesn't matter that much because it depends on how far can your opponent travel away from shield while throwing out a move. Because of this, although sometimes the punish window might not add up, Lil Mac as well as Cloud can still punish their opponents for pressing a button on shield. Because of this option is incredibly useful if timed accurately to punish. It is also really useful if your opponent is spamming moves on shield, because even if the off chance you could usually not punish it, the super armor will carry you through that. Just keep this in mind when using up smash or shield. Now, let's talk about Up Smash as an anti-air tool. Up Smash is a fantastic anti-air tool due to Super Armor. Super Armor limits your opponent's options when landing because it will end up getting hit in the trade. And more often than not, will Lil Mac not only win the trade, but also have a very advantageous position right after that to continue doing damage. If you're patient enough and know how and when to go in with an Up Smash in advantage state, it will be insanely beneficial for you. Lil Mac's Up Smash is his main platform tech chasing tool. Not only is it really fast, but you can also make most platform chases 50-50 scenarios. Lil Mac's Up Smash has the ability to cover neutral get up, attack get up, miss tech, and roll towards the direction Mac is facing to. The only thing he cannot cover is roll back, which in that case is mentioned 50-50 scenario. Look at what your opponent prefers to use on tech chase and catch them for it. A small thing I do have to mention though is that not on all competitive viable stages Mac has the ability to use Up Smash as a tech chase option, because he cannot reach the platform with the move. Those stages are Town and City, Yoshi's Story, and Kalos. On all other stages he can reach him if you're precise enough. Lil Mac's down smash is his most underused smash attack. Despite that, it still has its uses, so in today's video we'll go over all of its applications as well as also talk about all the things I came up with regarding the move. Down smash is one of Mac's best tools to 2-frame. It has pretty good range as well as also good knockback to send off your opponent and kill them off of a 2-frame. Not only that, but even if you don't hit the 2-frame in time and you choose another option, you can still cover it due to the move not having a lot of end lag. It allows for some really good ledge trapping due to its super armor, being able to cover neutral get up, attack get up, and roll get up at the same time, making it a really good tool in ledge if used right. Down smash can also be used as a tech chasing tool, allowing you to create several 50-50 scenarios instead of guessing which exact option your opponent could go for. For that reason, it is really efficient on the ground as well as also on platform. On ground tech chases, you can use down smash as a coverage tool for neutral get up, roll get up towards you, and miss tech all at the same time. The only thing it doesn't cover is roll away, but as I said, this is an extremely good 50-50 scenario you can use several times if you're unsure about what your opponent will do. For platforms, the same game applies, but here it is literally only about the timing because you can cover all options, even roll away. You can force a platform texture situation by instead of going for a jab out on platform, just simply going for a landing instant down smash instead. There is not really a lot your opponent can do there besides maybe use attack up at the right time in order to save himself. But unfortunately, due to its low risk, there also comes low reward of only 14% of damage instead of other setups that are a bit riskier but could grant you a lot more percentage. So make sure to use this whenever you're in doubt, rather than when you have a hard read on your opponent. Lil Mac's Neutral B is one of his most useful buttons, due to it having frame 1 heavy armor as well as also kill opponents starting around 30% with level 3 Neutral B. And in today's video we'll go over all the use and applications I have found the move to be useful in. Let's get right into it. Neutral B has 3 different levels and all 3 of them have different uses, which we'll go over right now. Level 1 Neutral B is mostly used to get out of situation disadvantage state. Due to the heavy armor being frame 1, you can either avoid an attack entirely to not get comboed, or avoid further disadvantage mid combo and just get out of it. Level 1 Neutral B is also really useful to recover off stage due to you being able to air dodge out of Neutral B. Level 2 Neutral B is really useful when you're pressuring on shield due to it being unpunishable, as well as also if you hit it you can jab lock at low percentages and just do a lot of damage. Level 3 Neutral B is the strongest out of the 3 and really should only be used after shield break, but it kills incredibly early, which is around about 30% of most of the cast. On some even early depending on rage and whatnot, but yeah, all of those 3 levels are incredibly useful when used right. Nutra B level 1 is literally broken in some matches like Mega Man, Rob, and Sheik, who all have low damage on point and cannot consistently do 10% on one hit. Lil Max Nutra B needs to be hit by a move that does 10% or more on one hit in order to be broken out of. So in some matches, Nutra B literally saves everything. It makes it incredibly difficult for your opponent to do something. If you use Nutra B right, Lil Max can become an insanely annoying matchup as well as also an insanely good character. Lil Max Side B is his best special by far, so in today's video we'll talk about Lil Max's best special and all the use applications I have found the move to be useful in. Let's get right into it. Side B can get used in a ridiculous amount of combos, and in pretty much every combo move that Lil Max has, Side B will work one way or another. Because of this, it is a great combo finisher move that can almost always be thrown out, and it becomes insanely effective in mid to high percentages where Side B will either instantly kill or true combo without any issue. Not only can you combo with Side B, but you can even use it as a ledge trap. At high percent you can just cover, jump, get up with Side B and kill, and not only that, but you can also get setups to kill people off stage with just Side B. Either it be you waiting for them to recover and hang on ledge and kill with Side B, or just jump straight at the ledge and kill them at 40%. Side B has a ton of base knockback and power, allowing you to kill at extremely early percentages, or just kill through consistent setups and combos. Side B can also be used as a platform tech chase. It pretty much covers every option except attack it up, and you just have to wait below platform before performing it, and it is really useful when timed right. You are able to jump cancel Side B and get a very weird looking animation while keeping the ground momentum of regular Side B. With this, you can even jump over some projectiles like Wolf's Laser and punish him for it. It also honestly is a lot less risky than regular Side B neutral, because at worst case scenario you will just get hit by the projectile and you can reset neutral after that. Against someone like Wolf, it is really worth it going for example. I wouldn't really advise this against super heavy hitter projectiles because the risk might just be too great. Keep this in mind when using jump cancel Side B. Lil Max up B is one of his many ways to recover, and also his most important one. In today's video we will go over all the uses and applications I have found the move to be useful in. Up B is a great other shield option because it is frame free and has invincibility frames to start up. Not only that, but it can also be turned around so you can hit people who attack you from behind as well as also in front of you. Up B can also be used as a ridiculously easy option to get off disadvantage. This is especially good against characters like Bayonetta, who combo you all the way to the top of the last zone because you can literally punish people for even missing one frame and kill them for it. Just make sure to not spam it, because if it becomes obvious you will get hard punished for it instead. Now let's talk about up B as a recovery, and there's some things that aren't really talked about that much. First off, Lil Max up B has two different snaps to a ledge, the first one being an instantaneous snap when you hit the ledge with up B at the same level or higher, and the second one being the initial one, right before the final hit of up B. This is very important to know because you need to learn how to space up B in order to recover properly. Not only that, but knowing which snap you will get can either get you to save resources or use them up in order to make it back. Another thing to note is that Lil Max up B is incredibly good at catching people trying to 2-frame you, but every upset also has a downside, so up B is incredibly weak against counters because of this. The forward part of up B is, at least. The backwards part of up B can actually completely negate counters, so things like counter on ledge from Lucina, Roy, etc. do not work at all. The trade-off is the ledge snap is a bit worse, so you need to clearly know when or why you're either going for a straight up B or the reverse up B. Keep this in mind when recovering. Lil Max counter is one of the fastest counters in the entire game. Not only that, but this counter also has some unique uses and properties that we'll be going over today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Lil Max counter is extremely useful to edgeguard. Some really good example matches you can use counter offstage against are Ness, Donkey Kong, Bowser, and many more characters in the roster. This counter also allows to set up into Side B and ledge, which can kill people even earlier than the counter in itself. Counter can make some matches way easier for Mac when used properly, so keep that in mind. Not only can counter be used as an extremely useful edgeguard tool, no, it can also be used to help you recover better. The obvious one being that you can counter an attack in order to make it back, but you can also stall in the air with counter to get a better positioning in order to recover properly. I definitely would not advise overusing this because your opponent has no reason to not just be patient and punish you once the counter is over. Which leads you to the next thing, which is countering at a disadvantage. One of the things I would never advise I see a hard read is to counter an on-stage disadvantage situation. Especially if your opponent is charging an F smash, they can just wait the counter out and punish you even harder. Be aware of this, I have died countless of times because of such a stupid habit. I've already made an in-depth guide on how to use ghost counters, so check out the full video for that after you're done watching this. But yeah, Mac can also use a counter as another shield option, which given the right moves can for sure be useful. Keep in mind that counter is an option against lingering hitboxes, and a good example of a lingering hitbox is Link's up B for example, which is a common out shield option next to his nair. Little Mac's throws are some of the most underrated throws in the entire game for many reasons. The first one being Mac's grab is one of the slowest in the game and the grab reach also isn't the greatest. But with things like grab releasing and roll cancel grabs, you can set up several setups as well as also allow yourself to grab easier. In today's video, we will go over all of Mac's throws and grabs and what exactly you can use them for. Just like every other character in Ultimate, Lil Mac has 4 different throws, which are up throw, down throw, forward throw, and back throw. Let's start with the most important throw that he has, which is his down throw. Down throw can be used as a combo throw at low percent against certain characters, most dominantly against heavyweights. But Mac's down throw has 2 true kill setups at high percent, which are down throw into side B if they DI out, and down throw into up B if they DI in. Down throw also is a reactable throw, in which case you can react to the DI and punish your opponent accordingly. Next up is forward throw. Forward throw is best used when past the low percent combo area of down throw and can simply be used for damage, throwing your opponent off stage, or jab locks. I mostly like to use forward throw after people neutral get up on ledge though. A lot of people like to shield right after, so it's really useful for resetting advantage state and getting some good damage. Back throw is your kill throw. That's right, Lil Mac does have a kill for the high percent. Not only that, but back throw also has a really nice launch angle, so that even if you cannot kill your opponent, you're very likely to either set up a 2-frame or an edgeguard with it. And the last throw that Lil Mac has is up throw, and it is also by far his worst throw, but it can still be used for 2 very specific scenarios. At high percent, you can grab your opponent on ledge and then set up an up B kill with them trying to land back on stage. Another use would be to use it to grant Mac air juggles and pressure with it. This method is really effective on flat surfaces like Final Destination or Northern Cave, where a lot of characters have a very hard time landing against them, so use this to your advantage. Lil Mac's neutral air is the fastest neutral in the entire game, with it being frame 2, and in my opinion also Lil Mac's best aerial overall. In today's video we'll go over all the uses and applications I have found neutral to be useful in. Let's talk about the most common, absolutely broken use of neutral air, getting out of disadvantage with it. Because it is frame 2, it can be used to intercept a lot of combos that usually would be based on need an air dodge read or any of the sorts. Not only that, but Nair can also link into combos as well. So not only can you intercept combos, you also have the possibility to instantly obtain advantage state as well. Crazy, right? The best things you can link into Nair are grab, jab, depending on the way they land after Nair. And all of Mac's tilts are also fair game, which can only get to combos like Nair down to KO punch being a possibility. The only thing you really need to be aware of is that Nair just like up B should not be spammed, otherwise it can get obvious and you will get punished for it. Although unlike up B, neutral air has a very low, high risk reward ratio. Not only is Nair an incredible tool in disadvantage, you can also use it to shield pressure. You can do retreating Nairs that are only -8 on shield, and overall you can do a lot of mix-ups on shield with Nair, where you can either cross up or just wait out an option. It is also a great tool to bait out up smashes up the other shield options, because Mac's hitbox is incredibly small during the animation of Nair. I won't be going too in-depth in this because there was an entire video made by Python on Lil Mac's Nair drag and drops, but basically Lil Mac has the ability to edgeguard characters with Nair drag downs due to the limited options after being hit by it. This works especially well on opponents who already use their double jump because their only options are either air dodge out of it and die because of it, or trade with up B, which most opponents will also die at because their frame delta for most recoveries is too much, and Mac can safely make it back. It truly is a scary edge guard because it can technically kill you at any percent if done properly. Little Max Forward Air is a very subtle move in this arsenal, so in today's video we'll go over all the use and applications I have found the move to be useful in. Forward Air has massive combo potential as well as also jab lock potential, so without me even talking that much, let me just show you what Forward Air can do. There are probably some more combos you can get out of the move, but I feel like I touched onto a bunch of important ones as well as also very realistic jab lock setups. Forward Air can also be used as an extremely useful ledge trap in order to cover a jump, but not only can you use fair as a ledge trap, you can also kill with it. Due to fair into side being a true combo at around 70%, you can force your opponent in a situation where they have to jump on ledge and you can catch them for it easily and kill them for it. You can also frame your opponent on stage. One of the setups I have found the most to be useful in is down tilt to fair, and if they jump or mash, they will get caught by the fair and you can just use side B. On the other hand, if they air dodge, you can hard punish them with either F smash or up smash in order to kill them. You have a very generous frame window to hit this, you just have to be aware of the option. Keep this in mind when trying to frame trap, and your opponents will have an extremely hard time dealing with max pressure. Little Max Up Air is a really good combo and chase tool, and in today's video I will go over all the use and applications I have found the move to be useful in. As mentioned before, Up Air can be used as a combo tool, but I really meant that. Here are all the combos you can do with Up Air. Crazy, right? The best ways to set it up are either platforms or quick fast fall up airs, both work incredibly well if done right. Alongside up air being an amazing combo tool, it can also be used for air-to-air fights and chases. Due to how quick it is, you can catch people when you read them jumping. This is especially important because Little Mac is a character that relies on his ground game, so with up air you get them to not only use resources but also to condition them into either air dodging or mashing an attack, which in that case you can just start hard punishing. I had the most success with those chases after an up tilt combo. Most people like to escape with a jump, and that is when you can catch the double jump instead of chases when you're trying to land. Be careful when doing this, and always keep your opponent's habits in mind. Little Max Down Air is a surprisingly good tool in this arsenal, and in today's video we'll go over all the use applications I have found the move to be useful in. Let's get right into it. Down Air's most useful application is jab blocking. I already made a full video which goes in detail on how to exactly jab block as Little Max, so I won't really be going too much over this, but just a reminder, you're able to jab block with Max Down Air on platforms, and there are 3 different variations to do it, which are regular Down Air, Down Air into jab, and Down Air into Down Air. This heavily depends on what the character you're playing against, but all those setups can be extremely useful and allow for amazing punishes. Down Air can also be used to spike your opponent off stage. It will not work on every recovery in the game because some recoveries are just too good where they can make it back regardless, but a good chunk of the cast will not make it back after being hit by Little Max Down Air at high percentages. Now, this is something I would have to make an advanced tech video for, but yes, Down Air can be used as a recovery method as Mac. Not only that, but also boosts Little Mac's momentum in recovering. I also provided a side-by-side comparison of Mac recovering without an aerial and with one, just so you can see how far it can make it. Little Mac's back air is the worst move in this arsenal. Despite that, it still has some usage, so in today's video we will go over all the use and applications I have found the move to be useful in. Back air can be used in some advantageous situations, but the ones I have found back air to be the most dominant in is actually edge guarding. Back air kills surprisingly early off stage, and not only that, you can also use it against certain recoveries and ledge, as well as also combo back air into side B at higher percentages to either kill or do a lot of damage. Back air can also be used to go and pressure around or off platforms, meaning that with enough momentum you can hit someone on their shield with back air to build pressure and escape at the same time, or run off the platform and use back air if your opponent wants to chase you. You can also use back air as a unique shield pressure mix-up. Start by doing a short hop nair into an immediate back air, and if your opponent tries to punish the nair, you hit them for it with back air, and then you're in advantageous positions where you can get a good advantage state going.